the alma mater by Blue Pride Marching Band. And now, please rise for the presentation of the colors by the American Legion Post 170 Honor Guard. At this time, we ask that you remain standing as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem by the Blue Pride Marching Band, conducted by Dr. A.J. Bew. Here they come, your Chanute Blue Comets!
Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. I am Tony Abatey, and we are back on the mic for Fort Scott Tiger football this evening. As thanks again for joining us here on Duckbait TV. As the Fort Scott Tigers get ready to face the Chanute Blue Comets, a big SEK League matchup here tonight. And of course, Fort Scott will be looking to rebound from last week's loss to the Labette County Grizzlies. They fell in that game, of course, 16-14 at home, and looking to get the bad taste out of their mouth from that one as they take on a big rivalry here in Chanute. If you're seeing a little haze on the camera, we had some fireworks just a moment ago. If you are just tuning in and missed the sound of that with the national anthem and the announcement of the teams. It smells a little bit like 4th of July, as you would expect with some fireworks, but we're about ready to get things underway here tonight. A breeze blowing south to north across the field, so it should blow that haze out of here maybe even before the kickoff, as we are just now getting the coin toss going for the game. Once again, the captains for Fort Scott, looks like we've got Lennox Van,
Fort Scott Tiger,
along with Colton Rogers,
number 6, Lennox Van,
and then Jaden Garcia and Luke Harris as well.
Number 73,
Chanute.
Luke Harris, and number 78, Jaden Garcia.
Looks like they've got Cade Small as one of their captains. Their starting tailback, Quentin Harding, and then Elliott Stevenson, and one of their linemen, Canton Fitzmaurice, are the captains for Chanute. The Comets will be wearing their white helmets with the light blue jerseys and the white pants. The Tigers in all white tonight. The Comets
will kick.
Won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Fort Scott will receive for the 6th time this season. The Fort Scott Tigers have, received the opening kick for all 6 games. And the first, this of course being the 6th, the first 3 obviously led to early scores and wins for the Tigers. The last 2, the Tigers have been stopped on their opening drive and have gotten behind early and have not been able to make the comeback and win the game. So we'll see what happens here tonight. The Tigers hopefully can get on the board first and get some momentum going in their direction. Coming into tonight, Chanute is leading the SEK League standings at 2-0 in league play. Labette County, of course, after their win last week, that was their first SEK League game of the season. They'll be in the SEK League for the rest of the regular year here. They are 1-0 now in league play. Just 2-3 on the season, but 1-0 in the SEK. Fort Scott 1-1. Of course, the Pittsburgh game is not a league game in football anymore, so 1-1 the Tigers are. Coffeyville also 1-1 in SEK League play, and then Independence is in 5th place right now at 0-3. So this is a good game at the top of the league standings for both of these teams here tonight, and we'll see if Fort Scott can get the win and get going here with another league win tonight before they go on the road, go back home to face Circle out of Towanda next week for senior night. So Chanute kicking off. And we are underway as that one's going to go deep with the wind into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Tigers will start on their own 20-yard line for this one here. Lennox Van, the leading rusher for the Tigers, also has threw the ball rather well last week against Labette County. Lennox last week did throw a couple of interceptions, but was 9 for 15 for 201 yards. Did throw a touchdown as well and a long pass of 59 last week. So we'll see what he can do here with his receiving core. Chanute, I watched their game from a couple of weeks ago against Nemaha Central, and Nemaha Central just didn't have a lot of running room. They were able to kind of pound out a victory there. Fort Scott's going to have to get on the edge here, and here's a pitch. Quick start to Ryder Newton, and he's going to get up across the 25, a pickup of about 7 on the play for the Tigers. And so that's how this one starts tonight.
Stephen Watson on the tackle.
So it'll be 2nd down and 3 coming up for the Tigers. Lennox, as I mentioned, lead rusher as well. He's rushed 90 times this year for Fort Scott. He's going to get his first carry here. Goes right into that line, maybe a gain of a yard, but not much more than that as he'll get pushed back.
On the tackle, number 54, Stephen Watson. Braddock Bancroft helping out on that tackle.
He'll say a gain of a yard on the play, so 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Tigers. Lennox so far 335 yards on the season coming into tonight. They're going to throw a pass to the near side. It's complete to Trace Metcalf. He caught it with his knee on the ground, so he'll be stopped there, but it's enough for a 1st down. So Metcalf got his first reception of the year last week and ended up with 2 catches for 22 yards in that game last week against Labette County.
So they have a 4-yard gain, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
So ball out to the 33-yard line now for the Tigers. We'll see what they can do here with 2 receivers split, 1 each way. And Lennox going to take the quarterback counter to the left. He will get maybe 5 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and mid-range for the Tigers. Fort Scott's offense, rather methodical this season. No surprise
6-yard gain on the play, bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Fort Scott Tigers.
Coach Graham's team. They have held possession. They have lost the time of possession the last 2 games, which, of course, have been losses in the game. But still, for this season, they have held the ball for 125 minutes to just 114 for their opponents. So Fort Scott doing a pretty good job of holding on to that football. Of course, so you can make hay with 3rd and shorts. It's going to be 3rd and long here as Morgan Shaw gets pulled down from behind and loss on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Garrett Love on that stop.
9:20 to go here in the first quarter. Just underway. Thanks again for joining us here on Duckbait TV. Always glad to get to be able to bring you these games here. The Tigers looking to make some noise this season on the gridiron. Football team has been shut out for the last few years. Here's a high snap, but taken down by Lennox. He'll throw it near side, and it is intercepted. Just didn't see the linebacker there for the Blue Comets. That's Kemper Manley who picks it off, and it will be 1st down Blue Comets in Fort Scott territory at the 41 with 8:48 left to go here in the first quarter.
Ball into Tiger territory on the 41-yard line. And Canton Fitzmaurice with a rush to force the pick.
So that is the 3rd interception that Lennox has thrown in the last 2 weeks. He had a couple last week. Now Fort Scott's defense is going to have to step up here. Throw to the far side. Oh, nearly intercepted by Fort Scott. Great read that time by Colton Rogers as he was able to read the screenplay.
2nd down and 10 for
and if he had gotten that clean, that might have been 6 for the Tigers.
Just a reminder,
Chris Harding is the quarterback. Quentin Harding, the tailback for the Blue Comets. They've got 3 or 4 receivers in the formation, 3 to the near side. It's the short side as the ball is on the near hash. Going to hand it off, and he's hitting the backfield. Got to wrap him up and pull him down. It's one thing Fort Scott really struggled with last week against Labette County, and they get the tailback down. Again, Quentin Harding, a gain of maybe a yard on the play, but that's it. 3rd down and 9 coming up here for the Comet offense.
Gain of 1 yard on the play, 3rd down and 9 for the Blue Comets.
Bring their tight end, Cade Small, back into the lineup. We'll set up in a wing-back formation on the right side of the offensive line. Play action, throw it. It's complete to Small. and he's going to be short of the first down, I believe. He's close to it, though. So Chanute may go for it here. It'll be 4th and 1. Labette County last week against the Tigers was 3 for 4 on 4th down. And, of course, this is 4th and short in Tiger territory. Ball on the 32. They're going to bring in their heavy formation, just like Fort Scott does in short yardage situations. Handoff goes to Quentin Harding, and he will get the first down. He's down to about the 25. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Chanute. He needed 1 and got about 7 on the play. Well, they put it down at the 24, so he got even more than I thought originally there. Still 1st down and 10 for the Comets.
First and 10 for the Blue Comets.
Again, the quarterback, Chris Harding, out of the shotgun. Quentin Harding next to him. They hand it off to Quentin. He's got a big hole off the left side. He gets to the 15, makes another man miss. He's down inside the 5 and gets taken out of bounds there by Brody Gomez. Gomez, 3rd on the team in tackles coming into tonight with 29, gets number 30 there. And it is a big gain, though, for Chanute inside the 5 down to the 4. So 1st and goal coming up for the Blue Comets. Run a man in motion. Now Harding in the pistol formation with Quentin behind him. I'll hand it off again to Quentin Harding. He'll bounce it outside and get into the end zone for a Chanute touchdown. The Blue Comets score first.
Quentin Harding on the carry for the touchdown.
And the Tigers trail now 6-0. The extra point kick is good.
And the extra point's good by Lawrence Cheney.
Lawrence Cheney, the kicker, and he boots it through there. So it's 7-0 in favor of Chanute. Blue Comets getting ready to kick off here again for Fort Scott. The Tigers. See what they can do on their second possession. This is a much higher kick. More hang time taken back there by Fort Scott. There's a hole up the middle, and just did get tackled right at the very end. A shoestring tackle. I believe that was Robinson.
Robinson on the return. Touchdown saved by Blake Cummings.
So Maddox with the big return. It's going to get it up to the 47-yard line. So still on Fort Scott's side of the football field, but Tigers great field position to start this second drive.
10 for the Tigers. Ball on the Tigers' own 47-yard line.
4 receivers in the formation this time for the Tigers, and they're going to hand it off to Colton Rogers, and he's going to get 2 on the play.
And
that's about it. Colton, an average of
Colton Rogers on the
4.18
carry.
yards per carry
Gain of about 2
on the
on play,
season
brings up a
for
2nd and 8.
the Tigers. He rushed for 81 yards against Paola in week 1.
Nate Wilson with the tackle.
Last week, just 18 yards on 9 carries for Rogers, but looking for a bigger game here tonight. 3 receivers now as Tigers are out of this pistol formation. There's a flag down. This may be an illegal formation on the Tigers. This is something that they don't use a lot during the season, is this pistol formation, and you got to make sure everybody is on the line in the right spots.
Fort Scott, 5-yard penalty on the play.
So 5-yard penalty on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 13.
2nd down and 14 for the Tigers. Ball on the Tiger 44-yard line.
Clock rolling with 5:32 to play. Lennox, they're going to pitch it forward. That's a pass. It's completed to Shaw, and he'll get down the field. Got the yards
number 5.
gain on the penalty back and several more. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5 coming up for the Tigers here. Just under 5 minutes to play.
On that tackle. 3rd down
the advantage, we've talked about this a couple of times, the advantage of pitching that forward is that's a pass. So if Morgan had dropped that, it would not have been a fumble. It would have been an incomplete pass. The play, first time I noticed it, the Chiefs ran it. Everybody seems to have a play like that in their playbook now. 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers. They'll pitch it near side. Back to Shaw, trying to get him out on the edge and just can't get it done. A pickup, actually that's Maddox Robinson on the carry. So Maddox only gets a yard. It'll be 4th down coming up for the Tigers.
1-yard gain on the play.
Fort Scott going into that Pittsburgh game a couple of weeks ago had a pretty good overall average on 4th down. Now they're just 9 for 16, and Fort Scott's going to take another early timeout. 4:11 to play in the first quarter, and the Tigers will take their first timeout, setting up this 4th down and 3 play.
Character Couch winner. We'd like to thank Domino's Pizza for sponsoring our Character Couch.
Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance.
Or your cabinets refinished,
if you need home,
contact
auto,
the folks
boat,
at Aura
motorcycle,
Painting
ATV,
Company,
business,
LLC.
or commercial
Fort Scott
insurance,
native Josh
they've got you
Reagan is
covered.
ready to help you
Visit
with your
them
project.
at 3 East
So
Wall
give them
Street
a
in
call at
downtown Fort Scott, or call 620-223-0700. So we'll see what Fort Scott comes out with here on this 4th down and 3 play. Again, we mentioned the Tigers just 9 for 16 on the season now, but going into that Pittsburgh game 2 weeks ago, they were nearly perfect on 4th down. They were 3 for 6 last week against Labette County on 4th down. Trying to throw a screen back to the near side, and it's wide open. Ryder has the ball, and he's going to get down the field for the first down. Ryder Newton with a huge gain to the near side. Fort Scott ran that like they were going to run it to the left side. Everybody from Chanute ran that direction, and then Lennox came back to the right, found Ryder wide open, and he's going to get down to just inside the 30-yard line for Fort Scott. So they keep possession and keep this going, trailing just 7-0.
12-yard gain on the play. First and
man
10
in motion.
Scott.
Lennox will keep it. Almost got through there untouched, but does get tackled there. But a nice gain on first down of about 8. So brings up 2nd down and short now for the Tigers.
And Van will run it out 6 yards to bring up a 2nd down and 4.
Well, they didn't give him quite as much as I thought originally there. So a pickup of only about 6 on the play. They'll spot it at the 23. So it's 2nd down. Now they hand it off to Brady Messer, and he's going to get the first down. I believe he'll be just inside the 20. We'll see where they give it to him or not. The guy on the near side is saying, nope, just a little bit short. And where they put the ball for first down on this play was just inside the 30. So in my stat days, we would have called that the 29 because it was not touching the 30. Now the sticks were a whole lot closer to the 30 when they set those up on the sideline. So I agree here that it's third and short, but just short. Sticks guys have to watch where they put the football down, and sometimes they get just a little bit off and it looks a little weird on the sideline, but there's a first down there from Ryder Newton as he will get the first down to the 16-yard line. So a good play there by Newton. Tigers looking to use him a little bit more here tonight coming into this evening. 23 rushes. That's third most on the team coming into tonight. 100 yards on the ground. We got two receivers to the left of the offense. The ball on the right hash.
And just a reminder again, Willow Vaughn wins our character couch. We'd like to thank
Handoff goes to Shaw. He got hit hard, but a pickup of about 5 on the play.
Vaughn and her friends. Enjoy the couch in the northwest end zone tonight for being considerate, hardworking, and safe.
Second down. We'll call it 5. Ball is right about the 11-yard line. A minute 35 to play here in the first quarter. Tigers trail by a score, trying to get this thing tied up. Lennox will keep it off the left side. He's going to be close to a first down, but I don't think quite there yet.
Quarterback on the keeper. Up the middle for a 2-yard gain. Third down and 2 for the Tigers. Big Nate
Third
Wilson
down
on the
and
stop.
2 coming up. We've got Metcalf split to the right side, just outside the numbers. Marbury off to the left, but they're going to hand it off up the middle, and I think they got the first down. We'll see where they mark it.
Ryder Newton on the carry.
And another carry for Ryder Newton.
Four-yard gain on the play. Canton Fitzmaurice on the stop. First and goal for the Tigers. Ball on the blue Comet 5-yard line.
Tigers will have to snap it one more time. It's about a 5-second difference between the play clock and the game clock here. Ball on the 5, first down and goal. Man goes in motion. They'll pitch it left side to Shaw. He's got some room out there, but it closes up in a hurry as that looked like Chris Harding.
Electro on that tackle. Loss. No gain on the play. Second and goal on the 5-yard line.
And the Tigers looks like will let the clock, well, no, they can't let the clock run out because Shaw was pushed out of bounds. So 10 seconds to go, the clock is stopped. And are they going to reset the play clock here? The officials are trying to reset the play clock. The Tigers don't care. They're going to run it anyway. And Lennox takes it for another yard maybe on the play. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. With your score, Chanute 7, Fort Scott nothing. We'll switch ends. Tigers will take the win now here in the second period. And we'll see if that will help Fort Scott as they'll have a third down and goal coming up on the other side of this break. Fort Scott Tiger football on Duckbait TV. Thanks for joining us tonight.
If you're in need of residential, interior, or exterior painting crop insurance, or your cabinets refinished, pasture, contact or private products, Aura at Caleb Simpson has you covered. LLC. Call or text Caleb at native Josh Regan is ready to help you with your project. 215, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300.
So the Tigers will have it 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line here as we start the second quarter of play.
Fort Scott ball.
Lennox back under center. 3 guys in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Ryder Newton. He will get hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. So it's now 4th down and goal for the Tigers.
Ryder Newton on the carry. Big Quentin Harding on that hit, along with Alonzo. Fourth and goal from the 3-yard line.
Lennox comes back into the huddle to call the play here. Plenty of time on the play clock right now. It's only down to 12. Just underway in the second quarter. They come out with that diamond formation again. Lennox going to keep the ball out to his right, and he will be taken down. They had 2 guys over there for Chanute, and they will stop the Tigers on 4th down. So 11:08 to play here in the second quarter, and the Tigers turn it over on downs. 2 turnovers tonight for Fort Scott. 1 interception, 1 turnover on downs, and Chanute takes possession, leading it 7-0. So Harding out of the shotgun again. He'll fake a handoff, give it to Harding, the tailback, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up for Chanute.
No gain
Ball on the 5-yard line.
2nd down and 10 for the Comets. Hit by number 41, Ryder Newton. Ball on the Blue Comets' own 5-yard line.
Two receivers split to the near side for the Comets, one to the left. They're going to hand it off to Quentin Harding. He's going to come around the left side, bounces it outside. A flag comes in. It's on the back side of the play, so we'll check that. If the play stands, though, it's enough for the 1st down. Fort Scott's getting some good penetration up front, but they're
personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct called.
Unable to
Against
corral that bounce to this point, and now they call an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Tigers. So the play counts plus the penalty. That'll push it all the way out to the 33-yard line.
1st and 10, Blue Comets. Ball out to their own 33-yard line.
Clock coming up on 10 minutes to play here in the second quarter. The Tigers need to stop in the worst way right here. Chris Harding out of the pistol. And he will drop back to pass. Now steps up. He gets hit, though, and taken down on the backfield. So another sack for the Tigers.
Drop for a loss.
Eli Martin in there.
On the sack.
So a loss of about 5 on the play. Second down and 15. The Tigers now need to take advantage of this.
Ball on the Comet, 28-yard line. Reminder, buy your Comet Kick for Cash for a chance to kick a field goal at halftime, sponsored by Community.
Handoff goes to Quentin Harding, and again he's going to bounce it outside, and again he's got a huge hole out there. Finally gets hit, but taken down, and then gains a few more yards after contact.
18-yard gain. And that's good enough for a Chanute Blue Comet. And Gomez.
He'll get all the way to the 46-yard line.
1st and 10, Blue Comets. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Three receivers to the near side for the Comets. They'll throw a little screen pass over that way, and it's too far, incomplete.
Pass, incomplete.
Looking for Trevor Fields over here on the near side. So second down and 10.
For the Blue Comets.
Now we got a whistle. And a flag comes in.
False start against the Blue Comets.
And a penalty against Chanute will push him back 5 here. Last time they had a 2nd and 15. They gave it to Quentin Harding. He went right up the middle for nothing, but then bounced to the outside for about 17.
Just a reminder, our chess club has their 50-50 raffle. They're selling tickets down by the concession stand. Help support chess.
And now it looks like the Comets are going to take their first timeout. 8:27 to go here in the second quarter. And Chanute takes the timeout on the field.
Need a full mani-pedi residential interior or exterior painting special nail art to celebrate your favorite singers. Contact the folks at Laura at Labora. Either way, Delina Beatty is ready to help. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help you with your project. Call or give them a call at 620-704-6317. Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat on 3rd Street in downtown Fort Scott.
So out of the timeout, it'll be 2nd down and 15 from the 41-yard line.
Blue Comets, 2nd down and 15.
Back to pass. Fort Scott assuming a screen there, so they held their water. Throw to the near side is caught, and a shoestring tackle.
17-yard gain on the carry. Good enough for a Chanute Blue Comet.
I believe that was Blake Tomasi with the tackle. The completion was to Cade Small, their tight end.
And he tripped up Small. First and 10, Blue Comets.
But again, a big gain on second down and 15 gives the Comets a first down here as we dip under 8 minutes to play. Pitch to the left side. Quentin Harding has another big hole over there. Flag comes in. We'll check that.
On the carry.
There are two of them, one in the offensive backfield and one over by the Fort Scott sideline. And it's going to be holding on the Comets. Fort Scott needs to take advantage of some of these penalties against Chanute here early on. 7:46 to play in the second quarter. Comets still lead it, but it's just 7-0. Fort Scott had the opening possession. Chanute got an interception. Drove down, got a touchdown out of it. Fort Scott moved the ball very well on their second drive, got all the way down to the 4-yard line, 3-yard line, I believe, before turning it over on downs at the Blue Comet 5. Bring a receiver all the way. He's probably 3 yards from the sideline here on the near side. They'll throw it that direction, and it is complete.
Pass complete.
They'll get the penalty yardage back, as that's Nathan Wilson, one of their backup wide receivers, with the catch there. He'll get it back into Fort Scott territory to the 42-yard line. Gains all of that penalty yardage back, as it'll be second down and 10. Handoff goes back to Quentin Harding, and he finally gets his legs taken out and tackled by Ryder Newton. So it'll bring up third down. He did gain about 4 or 5 on the play, so third down, and we'll call it 6.
4-yard gain on the play brings up a third down and 6 for the Blue Comets.
Malachi Cady is in the lineup now for the Tigers here on the near side defensive end. Tigers trying to keep some fresh bodies out there. They'll hand it off to Quentin Harding again, and he gets it outside and gets another first down for the Comets.
Harding powers his way forward. 12-yard gain on the play. Good enough for a Chanute Blue Comet. And Brody Gomez on the tackle. And Blue Comet ball.
First down and 10 for the Comets. Ball's going to be placed at the 24 of Fort Scott.
25-yard line.
Three receivers bunched to the near side as the ball's on the right hash.
We have your Comet kick for
back to pass. Harding throws it over the middle. It's incomplete, too high for his intended receiver.
For the Comets, kick for cash.
And that'll bring up second down.
Pass incomplete, intended for Elliott Stevenson. Bring up a second down and 10 for the Blue Comets. Ball on the Tiger 24-yard line. Your Comet kick for cash winners. Tickets 359-664 and 359-665. So 359-664 and 359.
Harding back to pass, throws it far side, and it is incomplete. A flag comes in, and this
catch complete.
Did he catch that? The catch is made. This may be offensive pass interference, though. Let's see. As the receiver was tugging on the Fort Scott defensive back's arm.
And pass interference called. Pass interference against.
Pass interference on the offense. The receiver out there was yanking on the defensive back's arm. I couldn't quite tell who that was. I think it was Shaw out there on defense for the Tigers. And the ball was underthrown, and he was yanking on Shaw's arm, trying to get around him to make that catch.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Blue Comets.
And then an unsportsmanlike after the penalty, or after the pass interference. So that should be 2 penalties. If what they called was what they meant to call here. Let's see.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Blue Comets.
The Tigers, I think, should be able to take both of those penalties, but we'll see. So the pass interference is going to push him back to the 22, and then the unsportsmanlike is going to push him all the way back to the 37-yard line. So, yeah, they will accept both penalties. It's going to be second down. And we'll just say long. I can't do the math that quickly, but they got to get from the 37 all the way down to just inside the 15.
37-yard line.
And we'll see what they do here. It is just second down, so they've got at least 3 more plays to work with, including this one here. Tigers really need to take advantage of this, though. Handoff comes in a sweep to the near side. And Elliott Stevenson fighting for every yard he can get, but he will be taken down just shy of the 30. So we're dipping under 5 minutes to play here in the first half.
Gain on
32-yard line is where the ball is. It's still third down and long here for the Blue Comets.
Ball on the Tiger 32-yard line.
And again, Chanute will have the ball coming out of halftime. So Fort Scott really needs to get a stop here. Trailing 7-0. Back to pass. Harding looking, throwing. It's complete, and he is pulled down by Ryder Newton. The flag comes out at the end. We'll check what that's about. The play, though, was a completed pass to Nathan Wilson. We'll see what the flag is for.
On the tackle. No flag.
And they're going to say no flag.
Inadvertent flag on the play.
So 4:10 to play here in the first half. It'll be fourth down. And about 16 and a half here. They've got to get it just inside the 14-yard line, or just inside the 15-yard line. They're at the 31. Chris Harding out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Deep drop, and he will be, well, he got out of it. Hits Quentin Harding, and he will stay in bounds. You got to force him out of bounds. He finally do. He does not get the first down, but he did run for about 30 yards over there before Fort Scott got him touched and taken down. So it will be a turnover on downs, but a big gain on fourth down nonetheless.
And the Blue Comets will turn it over on downs. Harding brought down.
So with 3:26 to play in the first half, Fort Scott will get the ball back. And now we'll see how quickly they can get down the field. Fort Scott's going to want to score here. As I mentioned, Chanute will have the ball to start the second half.
And Laney Hillman, our kick for cash contestants towards the end of halftime. Zoe Lopez and Laney Hillman. They'll be
Ty Marbury set up to the near side.
For the Chanute Community National
Metcalf to the left, or to the right rather, which is the far side, and Lennox keeps the ball himself there.
Quentin Harding on the stop. 3-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers.
So 2nd down and about 6.5 coming up. Lennox back to pass. He'll throw it down the middle of the field. He's got, and it's deflected and incomplete. It was intended for Dirks Kegler. And he had it to Dirks, and it just bounced off his hands and away, incomplete. 3rd down and 6 coming up. 2:29 to play. It's a big play. Fort Scott had what they wanted. It worked out.
3rd down and 6 for the Tigers.
Dirks last week
ball on the Tiger 28-yard line.
Was targeted 3 times. He made 3 catches for a total of 116 yards. Did get a touchdown, a very acrobatic touchdown, I might add. His yards after catch last week were 49. And now rolling to the left, and there's a flag that's thrown, and the ball is thrown a little bit too high for Ty Marbury, but it may be all for naught as there is a flag on the Tigers. It's holding. Now let's see if they decline the penalty. If they decline the penalty, it'll be 4th down.
In the Community National Bank.
And the Comets may just do that.
Marbury, the intended target, incomplete.
So it is holding, but it is declined. So they will make Fort Scott punt it here with 2:23 to play.
Fourth down. 6 to go for the Tigers.
Nice kick for Lennox. It goes to the right side. Quentin Harding's trying to chase it down. It's going to keep rolling down to about the 16-yard line. So Fort Scott gets down and downs it. Nice job by the Tigers. Harding let it roll. It looked like initially the ball was going to roll out of bounds much further upfield, but it took a Tiger turn, and it will be downed right about the 16 or 17-yard line. So that's where Chanute will take over with 2:13 to play here in the first half.
Back at their own 16-yard line.
So we'll see how quick the Comet offense can be, or if they just try to run this to halftime. Again, they will have the ball coming out of the locker room. They're going to pitch it forward here. Now, again, another forward pass. And it's a good gain there on 1st down.
Cade Small on the carry.
Cade Small, the tight end, with the
Rogers on the stop.
Reception there.
Small with an 8-yard gain. 2nd down.
Gain of 8, and it will be a 2nd down and 2 coming up for Chanute. They do put 4 receivers in the formation. Another pass play here. The quarterback steps up in the pocket, now moves to his left. He will get the 1st down as he goes forward. And then
on the quarterback keeper, gain of 3.
Is taken down at the 29.
That'll be good enough for a Chanute Blue Comets.
So it'll be 1st down for the Comets. Clock rolling at 1:30 and counting to go here in the first half.
From their own 29-yard line.
Back to pass. And, he's sacked! What a play by the Tigers.
Drop for a loss.
That was Eli Martin coming in. Tried to fake the pass and move, but didn't do it quickly enough. And it'll be 2nd down and long now after the sack by Eli Martin.
2nd and 17 for the Blue Comets.
Ball back to the 22.
Ball back at the Comets' own 22-yard line.
Back to pass. They're setting up a screen, and they'll throw it to Quentin Harding, and he will be taken down out of bounds near the 30. But again, they got to get to the 39, so it'll be 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Blue Comets. Clock does stop with 38 seconds to go.
3rd and 9 for the Blue Comets.
Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining, so if Fort Scott could force a 4th down here, it would probably need to be a 4th and long, but they could force a 4th down, force a punt, call a timeout, and see what they could do on a punt return. Back to pass, though, Harding. He'll look to his far side, and it is complete near the 1st down. I don't know if he got it. We'll see where they mark it. They'll stop the clock. They won't even measure. They'll just give it to him. So a 1st down with 29 seconds. That was awfully close. You'd have liked to see a measurement there.
1st and 10.
They'll try to run quickly here. Throw it near side. It is complete. And Dirks with the tackle.
To Nate Wilson.
The catch by Nathan Wilson and the tackle was inbounds.
Wilson,
a gain of about 8 on the play, and Chanute calls a timeout with 20 seconds to play.
For the Comets.
So again, Chanute takes the timeout with 20 seconds to go. They'll have 1 left. Fort Scott, if they could get a turnover here quickly, they've got 2 timeouts remaining. But again, the most important thing here for the Tigers is to stop Chanute before they score again. They will have the ball to start the 2nd half. Tigers have played well, trailing by just 7 here. Game that could be tied. Fort Scott, their 2nd possession, they drove all the way down the field, got it inside the Chanute 5 before turning it over on downs. Now trying to hold Chanute from scoring. They would be kicking into the wind. They had a pretty talented kicker, it looks like, but he would be kicking into the wind from this direction. That wind out of the south tonight. Going right into the south. Here's a screen play. It's caught. And it's enough for the 1st down by Nathan Wilson, and he will keep the ball all the way down to the 33-yard line, and a timeout called by Chanute with 10 seconds to go.
And that's good enough for Chanute Blue Comets. And the Blue Comets will call a timeout.
So they take their final timeout now with 10 seconds to go.
A touchdown saved by Wesley Cox.
They run that screenplay very well, and they run it pretty often. You see the Tigers recognizing it most of the time and only rushing 1 or 2 once they realize that it's a screen. But Chanute ran it well there, and they get the big 1st down. It's a Comet team that defeated McPherson a couple of weeks ago here in Chanute. 3 weeks ago, actually, 27-14. Throw to the far side. It's going to be incomplete. Too high and out of bounds. And it only took 3 seconds. So 7 seconds to play here in the 1st half.
2nd down and 10.
But I was mentioning they beat McPherson, who's a 4A power, 27-14 here at the Chanute Sports Complex 3 weeks ago, and then they defeated Nemaha Central 2 weeks ago, or excuse me, lost to Nemaha Central, but that was a close game, 13-7. Thunder, a 2A school, but think Colgan, early 2000s. They're not a private school, but they are very dominant in 2A Nemaha Central right now. Here's a roll to the right, throw by Harding, and it is incomplete. 3 seconds to play.
Pass intended for
Now you
Trevor
get ready
Fields.
for the Hail Mary.
Incomplete. 3rd and 10. And just a reminder that game tonight, our band is putting on a special performance tonight. So after the game, they'll have a glow show with your CHS Blue Pride band. So be sure to make plans to
Ball on the
stay
32-yard line.
after the game and listen to these folks play.
Third down and 10, but the most important thing, there's only 3 seconds left in the half. Now the clock reads 0 as Harding rolls to his right. He'll throw it. It is too low and incomplete, and that will end the first half. So the Tigers played tough.
Pass incomplete.
And trail by just a touchdown here as we go to the halftime break. It's 7-0 Chanute here at halftime.
Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com.
And the Chanute Elementary School Rock Bucket Brigade, they're all here tonight for you to make a mass drum line to perform. And
if you need residential, interior, or exterior painting done, or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura et Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help you with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617.
Give them another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, your Chanute Elementary School Bucket Brigade, the Royster Middle School Drumline, and your CHS Drumline. The next portion of our performance is from the Royster Middle School Symphonic Band and Royster Middle School Concert Band. Together, they form the Royster Rockets Marching Band. They are under the leadership of Drum Major Abby Novotny and center snare Jesse Wilder. Selections tonight include the Scooby-Doo theme, Go Big Red, and Hot to Go. Be sure to stay after the game for the CHS Blue Pride's annual Glow Show. Give them a hand, your Royster Rocket Marching Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please direct your attention to midfield, the Chanute Blue Comet cheer team. Tonight, they will perform a routine choreographed by senior captain Bella Barney. Ladies, your music is on. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen, the Chanute Blue Comet Cheer Squad. And now, if you'll direct your attention to the south end zone, tonight we have Zoe Lopez and Lainey Hillman. Our contestants tonight in the Community National Bank Kick for Cash. And first up, we have Zoe Lopez. Boom. And now we've got Lainey Hillman. Give it a big kick, Lainey, through the uprights. Kapow! Maybe we'll do better. We'll move it back. Move it back a yard. Try number 2. Let's go, Zoe. Oh! And Lainey's up. Give it a hard kick. Boom! Better than last time. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a hand. Zoe Lopez, Laney Hillman. The Comets Kick for Cash, sponsored by Community National Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, another exciting half of a little hard-hitting Southeast Kansas football.
I am the shadow and the smoke in your eyes. I am the ghost that hides in the night.
right, just about ready to get the second half underway here as the Tigers will kick off going to the north.
Back to receive for the Comets.
Little ground ball kick here.
Kicking off.
Bobbled around there by the Comets. And then he'll get through the hole and still makes a pretty good return out of it.
And he'll power his way
even
forward.
though it was not picked up until about the 10 or 11 yard line. Flag does come in, so we'll check what that's about.
The flag down on the play. Tap the penalty on to the end
So
of the
face
play.
mask on the Tigers. Will add yardage to the end of the play and make it first down.
The ball all the way
Chanute
out
near
to
the 45.
45-yard line. First and 10, Blue Comets.
So that's where the Comets will start this second drive here, or this first drive of the second half.
And get out your tickets for the 50-50 chess drawing.
Come out with another,
You come up to the press box.
or two receivers, I guess, to the near side. One to the left. Chris Harding out of the pistol. He turns around, hands it off to Quentin Harding, who goes right up the middle for a huge gain on the play, and that'll be enough for a first down into Fort Scott
13
territory.
yards on the carry. Good enough for a Chanute Blue Comet. Eli Martin in on the tackle. Your ticket.
Tigers did a
for
pretty
the
good job
50-50
in the first
chess
half
drawing
of keeping Quentin Harding from going right up the middle, but he was able to bounce that outside and get some
720
yardage that way
raffle drawing 859 720
in the first half. And now we got a whistle, and the flags
up to the press box.
will stop the play here. Another
And
pre-snap
Blue
penalty
Comets.
on the Blue Comets.
Called for false start.
So that'll push them back.
5-yard penalty.
First down and 15.
15 for the Blue Comets. Ball on the Tiger 47-yard line. Again, your chess raffle ticket number 859720.
Handoff goes to
Bring
Quentin
your
Harding.
ticket up to
He'll
the
come to
press
the
box.
outside and we'll get up the field. A
And
flag
Quentin
does come in
Harding.
late, so we'll check what that's about.
Powers his way around the outside. Tackled by Brody Gomez
And they will call holding on Chanute
And
here,
there's
so
a
that'll back
holding
him up even
call.
more.
against the Blue Comets. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
So still first down, but now first
First
and
down and
25
to go for the Blue Comets.
coming up
Ball
for
on the
Chanute.
Comets' own 43-yard line.
So Chris Harding comes in with the play. And now a whistle, and it looks like Chanute's going to call a timeout here with 10-12 to go in the
Blue
third quarter.
Comets will call a timeout.
So Chanute will call their first timeout here.
Last call. Bring your ticket up for the 50-50 chess drawing. Number 859-720. Last call, 859-720. It's a yellow ticket. Bring your ticket up to the press box.
Need a full mani-pedi before big weekend plans? Or maybe you want some special nail art to celebrate your favorite singer's football-playing boyfriend? Either way, Delin Abadi is ready to help. Nails by Delin is on all the socials, and you can call or text at 620-704-1315. Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat on 3rd Street in downtown Fort Scott.
So So out of the timeout, 3 receivers in the formation for the Blue Comets. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Back to pass Harding. Pumps. Now looking, still looking. Deep down over the middle. It's deflected and incomplete. Nearly caught and then nearly intercepted by the Tigers on the ricochet. 2nd down and 25.
Pass incomplete. Second down, 25 to go for the Blue Comets. Ball on their own 43-yard line.
Ball on the Comet 43. They got to get it to the Tiger 32 for the first down. 10:05 to play here in the third quarter. Chris Harding again out of that very familiar pistol formation. They'll hand it off to Quentin Harding this time. He does get taken down, but a gain of about 5 on the play, so it'll bring up 3rd down and about 20 for the Blue Comets.
Colton Rogers.
Fort Scott really needs to take
on the stop
advantage of this field position here. After 2 penalties on the Comets, had it backed up 1st and 25. Then an incomplete pass on 1st down. It was 2nd and 25. Now 3rd and 20. Fort Scott really needs to take advantage of this in a 7-0 ball game. Back to pass Harding. Looking, still looking. Nice protection. Now Wesley Cox comes through there. Throw over the middle. It is complete somehow. He's going to be shy of the original line of scrimmage, but somehow Elliott Stevenson went up high and made the catch in between 2 Tiger defenders and brought it down. It'll be 4th down, 4th and 12. But again, they are in Fort Scott field position. So we'll see if it looks like they're going to go for it. They're going to put their offense back out there on the field. Fort Scott needs a big stop here. 4th down and 12. They got to get to the Tiger. Now Chris Harding backing up a little bit. We'll see. Yep, I'm just going to quick kick it. And that one's going to bounce and be, did Chanute take it into the end zone? They did. They had it for a moment there on the 1, but just kind of knocked it into the end zone. The guy downing the kick there kind of fell towards the end zone. He couldn't keep the ball out. So it will be a touchback, and Fort Scott will take over on the 20 with 8:22 to play here in the third quarter.
20-yard line.
So the Tigers did a great job there to stop Chanute and force a punt. Now the Tigers have to get into the end zone, trailing at 7-0 here with 8:22 to play in the third quarter. Handoff goes to Newton, and he will get a few yards out, and a flag comes in from the sideline. From the Tiger sideline. This will probably be on Fort Scott.
Stop.
Oh, no, they're going to call face mask on Chanute.
3-yard gain on the play.
Now the question is it the 5-yard incidental kind?
Personal foul, face
or
mask.
the personal foul? They will call the personal foul, so this will be a first down for the Tigers. They'll get the ball all the way out across the 35. We'll place it down about the 38. So 1st and 10 Tigers. Handoff goes to, or Lennox keeps it rather. He's going to get 2 yards out across the 40.
On the carry, indicating a two-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 8. Ken Fitzmaurice.
So 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard gain by Lennox Van.
Kenton Fitzmaurice on the stop.
Now Lennox back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and gets rushed and gets taken down. So a sack on the play. It'll be 3rd down now.
Stephen Watson, Canton Fitzmaurice on the sack.
So 3rd down and 12.
3rd down and 12 for the Tigers.
After the loss on the sack. Fort Scott
at their own 36-yard line.
Needing to get out to the 48. Back to pass, Lennox. He'll try to throw a screen, and it's deflected and incomplete.
Brady Alonso.
So ever since those first 2 drives, the first one that ended in a turnover, the second one that ended on a turnover on downs inside the Chanute 5, Fort Scott has really struggled on offense. It'll be 4th down and 12.
That'll bring up the 4th down
and Lennox will be coming in to punt.
If you'd left your pink item in the bathroom, come up here.
Low punt, and taken back there by Chanute about the 28. And they can't wrap up Stevenson. He'll get across the 50 and keep going. Finally, Fort Scott brings him down, but he gets a huge gain after a pretty good punt by Lennox. Fort Scott just couldn't cover very well, and it's going to be out to the 41-yard line. So Elliott Stevenson
will run it out to the 41-yard line. Blue Comet ball.
With the return, and Chanute will take over on the Fort Scott 41-yard line with 6:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Jacob Adams will save the touchdown.
Chris Harding takes the snap, hands off to Quentin Harding. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage, but again falls forward. He might have 4 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
4-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 6 for the Comets. Ball on the Tiger, 37-yard line.
Throw out to the far side. It's complete in the flat over there. That'll be enough for the 1st down. Nathan Wilson with the catch.
6-yard gain on the play. That's good enough for Chanute Blue Comets.
Ball is now on the 30-yard line after that pickup by the Blue Comets.
7 yards for number 7, Nate Wilson. Ball on the Tiger, 30-yard line.
So 1st down and 10 for Chanute. Fort Scott needs another defensive stand here. Running Quentin Harding to the corner, and he's going to be shoved into the end zone by the Tigers. So another Chanute touchdown with 5:06 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Harding with a 30-yard run, touchdown.
And the kick is good.
Put the extra point on the board
by Lawrence Cheney. So now it is 14-0 Chanute.
Tigers 0.
5:06 to play here in the third quarter.
If you're in need of livestock risk protection, multi-peril crop insurance, or help with your pasture or private products, Caleb Simpson has you covered. Call or text Caleb with Twin Pine Solutions at 620-215-4144.
Chanute to kick off for the Blue Comets.
Lawrence Chaney with a little pooch kick here. Fort Scott will take it at the 30. And that's where they will start here with 5:05 to play in the third quarter. Tigers need a big drive here. Trailing now 14-0 to Chanute.
Trace Metcalf.
Fort Scott's defense has played pretty well here, but the offense needs to get going a little bit. First possession, the Fort Scott had ended in a turnover. Second possession got all the way to the Chanute 3-yard line before a turnover on downs. Since then, Fort Scott's offense hasn't been able to move the ball with a whole lot of consistency. Here's a high snap, but taken down by Lennox. He'll run it out across the 35, maybe to the 36. So a pretty good gain there on first down for the Tigers.
Up here in the press box. Lennox Band on the quarterback keeper. Gain of 6 on the carry. Stopped by Quentin Harding. Second down and 4 for the Tigers.
Another high snap out of the shotgun, but handoff goes to Ryder Newton. He's got a nice hole up the right side. He's going to get into Chanute territory. Hold on to that ball, Ryder. He's going to get down to the 45-yard line. So a nice gain there. That'll be enough for a Tiger first down. And they'll move that those chains in. They actually put it down to the 44. So a big gain there for Ryder Newton. Tigers going out of that shotgun a little bit here tonight.
44-yard line, first and 10 for the Tigers.
I would call that a pistol. He's just a little bit inside, but
Watson with a tackle
of the tailback, and a run there for Lennox. He's going to get to the 40, so a gain of about 4 on first and 10 there. So the Tigers making some adjustments. We'll see if they can stick with it here. 3:50 to play in the third quarter. Tigers trail just 14-0. Plenty of time. So second down and 6. Again out of the shotgun. Lennox keeps it. Trying to go to the left. Gets stopped after a gain of a couple. It'll be third down and about 4.
Kate Small on the tackle. 2-yard gain on the play. Third down and 4 for the Tigers. Ball on the Blue Comet 38-yard line.
Plenty of time left, but Fort Scott needs to start cashing in some opportunities here. Nice drive here. Great drive for the Tigers. We'll see if they can keep it up. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Lennox pitches it to Newton, and Chanute read that one pretty well. And he stuffed Ryder in the backfield. It'll be fourth down and about 8 coming up for the Tigers.
And he'll stop Ryder Newton in the backfield. Loss of 4 on the play. That'll bring up a fourth down and 7 for the Tigers.
And now the Tigers take a timeout with 2:19 to play. We'll talk about this very important fourth down and 8 coming up.
Tigers will call a timeout.
We'll take a quick break here on Duckbait TV.
Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com.
So it'll be 4th and 8 here for the Tigers out of this timeout.
CHS cross country.
2:19 to go here in the third quarter. It's been a great drive so far. You hope that Fort Scott can get this first down and keep it going. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Out of the pistol. High snap. Lennox able to bring it down, gets rushed, and will try to get the gain up the middle and gets taken down right about the line of scrimmage. So it'll be another turnover on downs for Fort Scott here. 2:12 to go here in the third quarter. So tough luck and tough end to the drive there that really looked pretty good there for quite a while for the Tigers.
On that sack.
Now the Tiger defense needs to step up again.
And Blue Comets with the ball.
Fort Scott's offense.
From their own 43-yard line.
Early this season, of course, Stub Chipman was a part of it. He is now injured. But they were able to get outside, get up the field, get some big gains, some big chunk plays. Last couple of weeks haven't really worked out that way for Fort Scott. Here's a run to the near side. And speaking of chunk plays, there's a big one for Chanute, as that's Elliott Stevenson, who brings the sweep to the near side. That's a big gain for Chanute as they'll get into Fort Scott territory down to the 37-yard line. But Fort Scott, early in the year, especially those first 3 games, they were able to get guys on the edge, use their speed to get out there. Guys like Morgan, guys like Dub, who, as I mentioned, is now injured. And then they were able to kind of offset that with Lennox and Ryder and Colton up the middle. And unfortunately, they haven't had that edge presence the last 3 weeks. And that's made those teams key on the middle a lot more. And so Fort Scott hasn't had the holes that they've had early in the year. Passing game came up big last week, late in the game, creating some good opportunities for the Tigers. They came into tonight really using that pass game in the first half, especially on those first couple drives, but Chanute has made some adjustments. And the Tigers trail 14-0 here with just under a minute to play in the third quarter. Handoff goes to Harding. He'll go right up the right tackle, and he will get the first down on about the 25-yard line.
Good enough for a Chanute Blue Comet. And Dirks Kegler on the stop. Blue Comet ball, 1st and 10. Ball on the Tiger, 24-yard line.
Pass near side, and it's dropped. Had Nathan Wilson over there. Again, that short little hitch route that Chanute has been running pretty well here tonight. Looked like Wilson turned to go upfield before he had secured the ball, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. 13 seconds left in the third quarter.
And Jennifer Deach, State Farm, tonight's fans of the game, Maddie DeCoster and Marley Brown. So tonight's State Farm fan of the game, Maddie DeCoster and Marley Brown.
Harding throws it down the left sideline, and it is caught. No, they say incomplete. Fort Scott had some good coverage over there. Morgan Shaw was over there.
Called.
Also Lennox,
Landon
one of the safeties.
Pass incomplete.
And the pass fell incomplete.
And Blue Comets, 3rd and 10.
Six seconds left here in the third quarter. We've got an injury timeout on the field. It looks like a cramp for the intended receiver there on that last play. So 3rd down and 10 coming up for the Tiger defense here. Again, Chris Harding. Out of the pistol formation, back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, and he's got some room up the middle, shifts to the right, and will get through and into the end zone.
Blue Comets! Chris Harding, a 24-yard touchdown run. And Blue Comets will put another 6 on the board.
So Chanute starting to step on the gas just a little bit here as the third quarter ends. They will attempt this extra point here. And then I believe Chanute will be kicking off the other direction. Kick is up. And no good. Push to the left.
So Blue Comets.
So as we move to the fourth quarter,
20.
It is Chanute 20 and Fort Scott nothing. We'll take a short break and come back. This is Fort Scott Tiger football on Duckbait TV.
The fourth quarter.
Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700.
Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300.
Kick it off for the Blue Comets.
Lawrence Cheney
back to receive for the Tigers.
To kick off. And
he'll be brought down. The 23-yard line.
I think that was Dirks.
Logan Axelson on the tackle.
And now he is slow to get up.
If you need residential, interior, or exterior painting done, or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura et Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help you with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617.
So Dirks
He'll bring the ball
is walking off under his own power. That is hopefully a good sign
to the Fort Scott
for Dirks and the Tigers.
Yard line. 1st and 10 for Fort Scott.
So 11:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Just underway in the fourth quarter, and the Tigers will take over on possession here. Ball at the 23-yard line. Now Fort Scott needs to push the ball down the field quickly. Trailing by 3 scores as the fourth quarter opens. Lennox runs down the field, runs over a blue Comet, and he will get the first down, a gain of about 11 on the play.
On the carry. Nate Wilson with a tackle. 11-yard gain on the play.
Just across the 34. We'll call it the 35. First down and 10 for the Tigers. 11:35 to play here in the fourth quarter. Handoff comes to the near side. A flag comes in. This may be coming back. Brody Gomez has enough for the first down if it stands, but we'll check the flag.
Gain of about 11 yards for Brody Gomez, but there is a flag down. Personal foul, chop blocks.
So a chop block called on the Tigers. That'll push him back. And wipe out that nice 10 or 11-yard gain there by Brody Gomez. Might have even been 12 yards, actually. Nice gain by Brody. Tough time for a penalty. It'll be first down. And about 25 or so. You got to get out across the 44, right in between the 44 and the 45.
25 to go for the Tigers. Ball on the 20-yard line. Congratulations to Willow Vaughn and her friends. They get to
roll to the left by Lennox, and he gets pressure over there, pressure back to the near side. Brody with the catch, and Brody's going to shake a couple of guys, shakes another, and can't get past the third guy, but a nice gain for Brody Gomez and the Tigers out of something that looked like was going to end up in a loss. Turns out to be a big gain for Fort Scott. Great vision down the field by Lennox Van. Great job on the tackle avoidance by Brody Gomez. And the Tigers will have a second down and very manageable at the 39. There is an injured Blue Comet on the field here. He'll come out. And then a face mask on Chanute that should be tacked on to the end of the run. So Fort Scott's going to have a first down. And have the Tigers taken a timeout here? They're all grouped up around Coach Graham.
And 15-yard penalty.
I think they were anticipating that injury timeout taking a little bit longer than it did.
Foul.
So they have not called a timeout, but they are over there getting some encouragement from the coaching staff. 11:05 to play. It'll be first and 10 Tigers in Chanute territory at the 56 or 46.
Willow Vaughn gets to
Fort Scott really needs to take advantage of this.
She and her friends
2 receivers to each side. Lennox under center. He'll hand it off to Colton Rogers, who has a nice hole up the middle, and he will get maybe even
Colton
14.
Rogers on
Now
the
they're going to say
carry.
13, but enough for another Tiger first
13-yard
down
gain on the play.
right around the 33-yard line.
Kipper Manley on the stop.
Fort Scott really moving the ball well here on this possession.
1st and 10 for the Tigers.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the right.
Ball on the blue Comet.
It's Trace Metcalf over here
33-yard
by
line.
himself. High snap, Lennox takes it. Tries to get
Man
up
on
the
the
field, but
quarterback keeper.
going to lose a couple on the play.
Brought down by Garrett
2nd down and
Love
12.
in the backfield. Garrett creating a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers. Ball.
Hand off.
Colton Rogers
Goes to Colton. He's going to get about
fighting his way forward.
3 or 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd down
Dirk Hanna
and
Dirk
about
Hanna
8 coming up
on the
for the
stop.
Tigers.
4-yard gain on the play. 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers.
Lennox under center again. He will fake the pass, a cool little quarterback draw, and he'll get a few yards. Not enough for the first down, but it'll be 4th down and manageable here for the Tigers. Ball on the 28.
4-yard gain on the play. 4th down and 5 for the Tigers.
Fort Scott needs to convert here. And they're going to
the
call
Tigers
timeout.
will call a timeout.
8:34 to go. Fort Scott takes their 2nd time out of the 2nd half.
If you're in need of livestock risk protection, multi-peril crop insurance, or help with your pasture or private products, Caleb Simpson has you covered. Call or text Caleb with Twin Pine Solutions at 620-215-4144.
So the Tigers need a big play here on 4th down and 5.
Tiger ball. 4th down and 5.
Lennox gets the ball, rolls out to his left. He'll throw it down the field. He's got a man, and it's deflected and
Broken up
incomplete.
by Elliott Stevenson. Incomplete.
Intended for Brody Gomez.
It'll be a turnover on the down.
And it'll be a turnover on down.
Blue
So
Comets.
Chanute takes over with 8:26 to
1st and
play
10.
here in the 4th
Blue
quarter.
Comets.
So we'll see what Fort Scott's defense can do here. They need either a quick turnover or a 3 and out. I would imagine, they're going to hand off on the sweep. So they get it to Elliott Stevenson once again, one of their wideouts coming in motion. going to say that probably see a pretty good dose of Quentin Harding here for the remainder of this game, especially on this possession. But he handed off on the sweep to Stevenson for a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 as we move under 8 minutes to play.
Gain of 6, 2nd down and 4 for the Comets.
Back to pass. Throw down the near sideline. He's got a man there, and it's going to be incomplete.
Pass intended for senior Nate Wilson.
He's trying to get it to Nathan Wilson down the near sideline, but overthrew him just a little bit. It's pretty good defense there by the Tigers as well. I think that was Trace Metcalf on the defense that time for Fort Scott. So it'll be 3rd down and 4. Boy, the Tigers need to stop here. 7:35 to play. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. Low snap. Throw over the middle. It's complete for a 1st down.
Nathan Wilson. 10-yard gain.
That one goes to Nathan Wilson, and it is complete out to the 45, so another Chanute 1st down.
First and 10, Blue Comets. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Handoff goes to Quentin Harding. He will be stopped in the backfield this time. A loss on the play. 2nd down and 12 coming up.
On the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12 for the Blue Comets.
Pitch forward. And a big hole over on the far side for Cade Small, and he will get the 1st down.
On the play, and that's good enough for Chanute Blue Comet.
Knocked out of bounds right around the 44.
Small will carry the ball out to the Tiger 44-yard line.
And can they get him on the ground? Well, they've blown the whistle. They've blown the whistle. They're going to give him forward progress. So a loss of only about 3 or 4 on the play. 2nd down. 5:40 as the clock continues to roll. 2nd down, we'll call it 15.
Gomez and Gross on the stop. Loss of 5 on the play. 2nd and 15 for the Blue Comets.
Harding back to pass, rolls to his right, and he'll be chased out of bounds by the Tigers near the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and about 10 coming up for the Blue Comets here. does get out of bounds, so the clock stops with 4:56 to play.
For the Blue Comets. Martin will run Harding out of bounds. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Third down, we'll call it 11 as the ball's placed on the 45. They got to get to the 34 of Fort Scott. It'd be nice if the Tigers could get a big loss here and force a punt, but we'll see what happens as Harding comes back out in the pistol formation. He'll hand it off to Quentin Harding. Around the right side. Not a lot there.
Quentin Harding on the carry.
But it'll be fourth down and about 6 coming up. And that ball's going to be placed at the Tiger 41. So I would imagine Chanute will go for it here. 4:38 to play. The Tigers need another big stop here.
7 for the Comets. Ball on the 41-yard line.
They'll throw it near side, a little bubble screen, and it is not going to be enough for the first down. Nice tackle by Lennox Van, and that will force a turnover on downs with 3:54 to play. Fort Scott takes over at the Chanute, or at their own 37-yard line with 3:54 left.
First and 10 Tigers.
Tigers need 3 touchdowns.
37-yard line.
With 3:54 left to do it in. A couple of quick ones would be nice. You run Marbury to the left in the formation. Metcalf to the right. Lennox under center. Back to pass. He'll throw it near side, and it is incomplete. Threw it a little bit too far for Brody Gomez. So second down and 10. There's a flag way back at the 19. We'll see what that's about. Unsportsmanlike conduct
called against the Tigers.
On the Tigers.
It's a personal foul.
So that'll back them up 15. With 3:50 to play.
First down and 25 yards to go. Ball on their own 22-yard line.
High snap, taken by Lennox. He'll step up in the pocket, throws it down the field. He's got Ty Marbury, and it's incomplete, and that may have been knocked out of Ty's hands by Brody Gomez. They both kind of ended up in the same area, and it looked like they collided with each other. I'm not sure if that actually happened or not, but it was right there, and Ty, I couldn't tell. We're up on the roof of the press box tonight. I couldn't tell
second down and 25 for the Tigers.
if Ty got his hands on it or not. It looked like it was pretty close, but incomplete it is. Now second down and 25. Ty may have gotten a little bit banged up on that play as well. He comes off the field, at least for this play. He did have a shoulder injury last season that shortened his year. Pass complete over to Robinson. He got hit hard,
Pass complete.
but he will gain out to the 32, so it'll be
Robinson.
third down and long. Clock continues to roll, 3:28 and counting.
10-yard gain on the play, 3rd down and 15 for the Tigers. Ball on Tigers' own 32-yard line. A big tackle by Stevenson.
3 receivers to the near side. Lennox out of the pistol. Takes the snap, looks to his right, now back to his left, and throws it incomplete.
Pass. Deflected by Luttrell. Incomplete. 4th down and 15 for the Tigers.
He was looking for Cannon Brown over on the far side. He tried to look to the right and force the defense to the right
Comets
to open up Cannon on the left side, and it just didn't work out quite as the Tigers planned there. That's worked a couple of times tonight earlier, but Chanute stayed home that time, and now it's 4th down and 15, and Chanute will take a timeout with 2:57 to go as the Tigers brought their punting unit on. I'm sure Chanute's probably looking for a fake right now. Now Fort Scott will put their offense back on the field here. Back to pass. Lennox steps up and gets brought down from behind. So it's a 4th down turnover for the Tigers. And now a late flag comes in. We'll check what that's about. If it's after the play, it doesn't matter if it's on Chanute. It is on Chanute, but I think it's after. It's an unsportsmanlike on Chanute.
Called against the Comets.
And if it's after the play, if it's during the play, it'll be a 1st down. But if it was after the play, it'll still be Chanute football. Yeah, and I think that's what they said. I think it'll back Chanute up, but it'll still be their possession here with 2:49 to play. So 2:49 left.
It's after the play, personal foul after the play. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Comets. Blue Comets will have the ball at the 48-yard line.
So 1st down and 10 for the Comets. They'll hand it off on that sweep play again. Come to the near side. This is Wilson, and he will get strung out and maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it.
Trace Metcalf. Malachi Cady on the stop. Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11 for the Blue Comets. Just a reminder, tonight, the band will be performing after tonight's game. So you want to make sure they've been practicing real hard. Stay for them after the game. They've got
so
their
2nd down and 11.
Following
Loss of 1 on the play. Didn't get out of bounds, so the clock continues to roll. Under 2 minutes to play now. Handoff goes to Harding. Quentin Harding will get a couple yards off the right side, but that's about it.
3rd down and 9 for the Blue Comets. Gross in on that tackle.
So 3rd down and 9 coming up. Handoff goes to Quentin Harding around the right side. And he will keep those legs churning and get down to about the 40. It'll be 4th down. Flag comes in, though, and it is going to be on Chanute, it looks like. So that'll back him up.
Called against the Blue Comets.
Looks like they'll put it at the 43 of Chanute. So it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 19 for the Blue Comets.
Yeah, about 3rd and 19 coming up for Chanute. 52 seconds left in this one tonight.
43-yard line.
Tigers will be back at home next week as they will host Circle High School out of Towanda, Kansas. Final non-conference game of the season, and they'll finish up in Chanute 2 weeks from tonight. Sweep play comes to the left. And Elliott Stevenson's going to get the 1st down the sideline. And he's still going. He's going to cut it back over the middle. And he's going to get down, taken down at the 5.
Elliott Stevenson.
By Caden Cannon, who came in tonight 2nd on the team in tackles with 33.
Ball, 1st and 10.
But the 4th down play goes for a huge Chanute gain.
1st and goal from the
1st and goal from the 5. They do not have to snap it again, and it looks like they're not going to. 16 seconds left in counting, and it looks like that'll be how this one finishes up tonight, as the Tigers will fall to 3-3 overall, 1-2 in the SEK.
And that's the end of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Blue Comets will take it 20. Fort Scott 0. Reminder, the band is performing tonight here in just a few minutes. Fight. Comets
so
fight.
Again, your final score, Chanute 20, Fort Scott nothing. We'll take a short break and come back and wrap things up. This is Fort Scott Tiger football on Duckbait TV.
Edward Jones has been advising customers in the world of finance for over 100 years. Financial advisor Jamie Armstrong continues that tradition in Fort Scott. Contact her by phone at 620-223-1866 or email Jamie at jamie.armstrong@edwardjones.com.
Patty West and Crystal Cowan are a mother-daughter duo selling personal and commercial insurance. If you need home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, business, or commercial insurance, they've got you covered. Visit them at 3 East Wall Street in downtown Fort Scott or call 620-223-0700.
Liberty Savings has been in Fort Scott since 1919, helping community members with their banking needs for over 100 years. Visit them at 24 South Judson or call 620-223-0300. If you need residential, interior, or exterior painting done, or your cabinets refinished, contact the folks at Aura et Labora Painting Company, LLC. Fort Scott native Josh Regan is ready to help you with your project, so give them a call at 620-288-6617. Need a full mani-pedi before big weekend plans? Or maybe you want some special nail art to celebrate your favorite singer's football-playing boyfriend? Either way, Delina Beatty is ready to help. Nails by Delin is on all the socials, and you can call or text at 620-704-1315. Nails by Delin at Spoiled Brat on 3rd Street in downtown Fort Scott. If you're in need of livestock risk protection, multi-peril crop insurance, or help with your pasture or private products, Caleb Simpson has you covered. Call or text Caleb with Twin Pines Solutions at 620-215-4144.
Excuse me, goodness. Well, again, a tough one here tonight for the Tigers as they fall 20-0 to the Chanute Blue Comets. Fort Scott held scoreless for the first time this season and really played pretty good defense most of the night as well. The game was 7-0 at the break. And then Chanute got a couple of touchdowns in the second half. Fort Scott had a couple of drives in the first half that did pretty well. Their second possession got all the way down to the Chanute 3-yard line, but then was turned over on downs. And a couple other turnovers throughout the game that hurt Fort Scott drives. So Fort Scott falls here tonight 20-0. Again, they fall to 3-3 overall with the record. They're 1-2 in the SEK League now. And they will come back to Prairie Field and host Circle out of Towanda, Kansas next Friday night for senior night. We'll have that senior night program festivities there before the game on Duckbait TV as well, as we did just like we did with homecoming last week. So if you're interested in checking that a little bit early next week, I think they'll start that around 6:30 next week, and that's the night, of course, that they will honor all senior athletes, so not just football players, but all seniors involved in activities. So football, volleyball, all the athletes, also the band members, the dance team members, the cheerleaders. So all of those kids involved in fall activities, all of the seniors involved in fall activities will be honored before the game next Friday, and we'll have that for you here on Duckbait TV as well. And I think they start that around 6:30, so we'll have that a little bit earlier than normal next week for you there from Prairie Field. So again, a tough one here tonight. Fort Scott takes the loss. They'll fall back into kind of the middle of the pack there in the 4A East, so there's still a really good shot at them hosting a playoff game. But they'll have to win, I'm sure, at least one, if not both of their next two games to do that. So they'll have to get back on the winning track a little bit. But I'm sure that they will get things turned around quickly as Coach Graham will get that done with these guys. And again, they played well tonight. Just a couple of mistakes in inopportune times that hurt them a little bit tonight. But they'll get it turned around. Have all the confidence in Coach Graham and the guys to do that. And we'll see what happens next week against Circle, the Circle Thunderbirds, I believe, out of Towanda, Kansas. And excited to see somebody that we don't see very often. So looking forward to that one coming up next week. Thanks again for joining us here. I know we had about 130 viewers at one point in the second half, and we were checking that. So thanks again for tuning in. Again, a huge thanks to all of our sponsors, and look forward to next week. We will have volleyball for you on Tuesday as well, as we will make the trip down to Coffeyville. Get the preview of the football trip in a couple of weeks down there to Coffeyville. So looking forward to that. We'll have that one on Tuesday. I don't know for sure, but I would imagine that Fort Scott would play the first two matches that night, so 5 and about 6. So we'll have that one for you on Tuesday as well from Coffeyville. So looking forward to that. That'll be our next broadcast. And then, of course, like I said, we'll have next Friday with the football team. So thanks again for joining us here on Duckbait TV. We know that you have many options when watching the Fort Scott Tigers and Lady Tigers play, but thanks for joining us tonight here on Duckbait TV. For my wife on the camera tonight, Delina Beatty, filling in for my dad, who is actually at his 50th class reunion tonight in Girard. They were having homecoming tonight and honoring several of the classes. So if you see Willie Abady around town, just shake his hand and tell him he's old. He'll appreciate that. But anyway, thanks for my wife filling in for me here. And to all the duck baits back home and to all of our viewers out there, again, thank you so much for joining us here on Duck Bait TV. Thanks for watching, and good night, Kansas.